In example 4, we're writing quadratic functions in standard form. So our end result will be standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c, based on these characteristics. So when you have different characteristics, you're going to be starting in a different place, okay? So on this first one, you have a vertex. So when you're given the vertex, you're starting with vertex form. Remember, HK is a vertex. And we have this all written on the front of our notes packet. I just put it here for easy viewing. So I'm going to copy vertex form down right over here. All right, so it's y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Now, in this case, all they gave us was a vertex. They didn't give us another point. If they had given us a vertex with some other point it went through, then we could find the a value. But in this case, all we can do is we can write it with only the h, so x minus h is -3 squared, and the k. We don't have anything to find the a value with. So remember what we had done previously when we had learned this in 8.4, let's show you this real quick, is we had learned to write equations with a vertex passing through a point. And we would do this whole thing and we'd solve for the a value, and then we'd end up here. But on this specific example, we don't have enough information. So we can change this minus a -3 to plus, and then that is our equation in vertex form. Now they want that in standard form. So we need to go ahead and do x plus 3 squared. Now that is not x squared plus 9. That is x plus 3 times x plus 3. You have to actually multiply that out. That was a big mistake on a previous quiz. So when you multiply that out, you're going to get x times x is x squared, 3x, 3x, and 9. So you can see that. So that becomes x squared plus 6x, because 3x plus 3x, plus 9. All right, so we're going to write that here. So x squared plus 6x plus 9, and you still have that plus 4. So that simplifies to x squared plus 6x plus 9 plus 4 is 13. So we had to do that. We couldn't just quit here because it didn't say to leave it in vertex form. It said in standard form. So we start in vertex form because they give us a vertex. That's why I start there. And then I take that form and I multiply this out to get x squared plus 6x plus 9. And then I add the 4 and I simplify the 9 plus the 4. And this is what my answer looks like. Okay. On this one, you're given the zeros. When you're given the zeros, that's the same as the x-intercepts. So that means you know the x-intercepts P and Q. I'll tell you what, I'll switch colors so you can kind of see the division between the problems. So this is the format for intercept form. And so what we do on intercept form is we have our P is -5, so it's x minus -5, that turns into plus. And then we have Q is 4, so x minus 4. Now, we don't have another point. If they said these are the zeros plus here's another point, then we could plug them in for x and y and we could actually solve for a. But they didn't give us that. All they gave us is this. So this is the answer in intercept form, but it said do it in standard form. So what you have to do is take this and multiply it out so that it is in standard form. So we're going to multiply x plus 5 times x minus 4, x squared, 5x minus 4x minus 20, and we get x squared. The 5x minus 4x is x, and then minus 20. So this is our answer in standard form. Okay, and last but not least, it passes through these points. Look at how these points have a 0 in the y value, okay? If there's a 0 in the y value, what that tells us is they are x-intercepts, or zeros. So it tells me that one of the x-intercepts is -9, and one of the x-intercepts is -2, and this is some other point. Not the vertex. It doesn't say it's the vertex. It's just some other point. So that means we can call it x and y. Okay, so because they gave us the x-intercepts, that tells you, hey, start in intercept form. So this is intercept form, okay? So we know that p is -9, so it's x minus -9, which turns into x plus 9. Q is -2, so it's x minus -2, which turns into plus 2. Now, we don't know A, but on this one, because they give you another point, you can take that point and you can, instead of x, plug in -4, and instead of y, you can plug in 20. So I still don't know my A, but I know everything else. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have -4 plus 9, that's 5. -4 plus 2, that's -2. All right, 5 times -2 is -10, so it's -10a. So then you divide by -10, and you get a equals -2. Okay, so I'm coming right here. So my a is -2. I have x plus 9 and x plus 2. This would be my answer if they said leave it in intercept form, or if they just gave me the choice. But since they said standard form, what I need to do is I need to go ahead and multiply it out. So first I'm going to multiply the x plus 9 times x plus 2. So I get x squared, 9x, 2x, and 18. So it becomes x squared, 9x and 2x is 11x, and then 18. All right, then distribute your -2. So you get -2x squared, -22x, -36. And that, if you graph this like on Desmos or a graphing calculator or something, it would have x-intercepts at -9, -2, and it would go through the point -420. And do you notice it's in standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c. And that's about as hard as it gets. So when you're doing these, to me, what the key is looking at what they give you, and that's how you decide which form to start with. So like if they give me my vertex, I'm starting with vertex form. If they give me x-intercepts or zeros, I'm starting with intercept form. And so you plug in what you know, and then based on that, you then simplify. So you got to multiply it all out in standard form. And the reason I do that is because it says write a quadratic function in standard form. And so pick one of these two to start with, and then when you're done, multiply it all out.